How's it going today, billionaire? Today, I have a video talking about insecurity. And the reason I wanted to talk about this today is, I don't know, I was just kind of feeling good today, honestly. I felt pretty, handsome today, I guess. And it made me think, like, I haven't felt this way in a long time. And, I took like a shower and just, really took care of myself today. So I made sure to just do everything, like brush my teeth, take care of my skin and whatnot. And, I felt really good. And it made me realize, like, for one, I just haven't been taking care of myself like I should. But for two, it made me think a lot about how, like, in that moment, like, I didn't really have much insecurity. I didn't really care. And so what I wanted to, like, come on the camera today and say, I guess, is, like, we all deal with insecurity. And it's okay to have that insecurity because that's just a part of the human experience. You shouldn't think that you need to, like, completely get rid of all insecurity forever. Or that's even possible. Because at the end of the day, your insecurity is what actually makes you beautiful. It's what makes you, a special human being in this planet, in this world. If you didn't have that insecurity, you wouldn't even feel beautiful. Like, you have to have both to actually experience the other. And let me drop out like the metaphorical stuff. Like, real talk, insecurity is something that's super crippling for, I think everyone, obviously, but especially me. It's been something throughout my entire life I've dealt with. I think really, I guess the main thing I wanted to say is that, like, your insecurities, you may believe that are just so bad about you. Really, the only reason you even care about them is because you care about the perception of others onto you. Like, you wouldn't care about, I actually saw this girl I watched. She made a video literally talking about, like, all of her insecurities, and she literally had like a 40-minute video where she literally just listed off every single insecurity she ever had. And I'm not gonna do that because I don't know, it's just not something I want to necessarily do. But I applaud her for doing that. But I think it's interesting because one of my insecurities is my tooth gap, right? And it's something that I've always dealt with. Like, I've just always kind of hated it. And I've always thought one day, like, whenever I'm just gonna get it fixed one day probably. But I've even thought about it at times, like, do I even really want to get it fixed, or do I just want to appeal to others more? And so that's the point I was trying to make, is like, your insecurities are based on, like, what other people feel about you. It's not really based on, like, what you really care. And it's okay to, like, fix things about yourself. Like, let's say, you want to get a haircut, you want to, buy certain clothes, you want to fix your tooth gap like me, you want to, I don't know, whatever insecurities you have. Like, there's nothing wrong with, like, fixing them, right? But I think it's important to realize, like, what things you actually should fix, based on what you actually want, versus just, like, trying to appeal to the whole world. Trying to be the perfect version of you that you think everyone wants you to be or needs you to be. Because that version of you, at the end of the day, is like going to just find more insecurities until you actually work on the internal thing that's really causing the insecurity, which is validation from others. So basically, until you work on your internal system of not wanting validation from others, then no matter what, you're always going to find some insecurity to be insecure about. And so I guess what I'll leave you with is, what am I going to leave you with today? I guess what I'll leave you with is, find the people who don't make you feel insecure. The people who don't make fun of you all day, the people who, encourage you, who give you compliments even, the people who don't look for your flaws, but instead look for your beauty, even the people who find the beauty in your flaws. I think that's actually the person you should probably date or marry one day, is the person who finds the beauty in your flaws, But ultimately speaking, realize that, any of your insecurity is primarily based on, just others' opinions on you and how you feel about that. So please work on that more than actually the insecurity in itself. But yeah, thank you for watching. It's kind of a different topic for me to talk about today, but I don't know. I just want to talk about it. You know, I was even thinking too, like I want to literally like talk about like every topic there really is to talk about. You know, anything that I struggle with that I see other people struggling with. Like I want to create a catalog of content that literally like trying to like tackle like every topic. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. Hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye. I love you. That was kind of an awkward ass video.